pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Marapatin po nating ilagay ang ating mga sarili sa presensya ng ating Panginoon. Manalangin tayo.
Diyos Ama, na lumikha ng sanlibutan, kami po ay sumasamo sa mga oras na ito. Amin pong kinikilala ang iyong kadakilaan at kabutihan na patuloy na gumagabay sa amin at sa aming pamumuhay dito sa lupa. Mangyari po na inyong bigyang sigla ang buong linggong gawain na aming buong pusong iniaalay sa iyo.
Loobin po ninyo na kami ay muli ninyong bigyan ng lakas at gabay sa aming buhay. Bigyan niyo po kami ng malusog na pangangatawan at sapat na pangangailangan sa bawat araw na dumadaan. Gabayan niyo po kami sa aming buhay paglilingkod, kasama ang mga mag-aaral, mga guro at mga namumuno sa aming mga paaralan at sa dibisyon upang magampanan nila ng maayos ang responsibilidad na kanilang tinatahak sa layuning mga paglingkod sa inyong mga nilikha.
Panginoon, sa iyo din po namin idinudulog ang aming kagustuhan na matapos na ang pandemyang nagpahirap na sa marami at manumbalik na rin ang ligtas sa virus na pag-aaral. Itinataas rin namin, O Panginoon, ang pagkilos na may pagkakaisa sa kabila ng pagkakaiba-iba at magtagumpay bilang isang bansa. Sa ilalim ng iyong patnubay, tungo sa isang das masipag, das magaling, at das masiglang lingkod bayan. Kinikilala po namin kayo bilang aming Diyos at personal na tagapagligtas. Lahat po nito ay aming hinihingi sa bisa ng pagmamahal ng Ama sa gabay ng banal na Espiritu Santo sa ngalan ni Jesucristo. Amen.
Itaas ang kanang kamay sa ayos ng panunumpa. Panatang makabayan, iniibig ko ang Pilipinas, aking lupang sinilangan, tahanan ng aking lahi. Kinukupkup ako at tinutulungan, maging malakas, masipag at marangal. Dahil mahal ko ang Pilipinas, diringgin ko ang payo ng aking magulang. Susundin ko ang tuntunin ng paaralan. Tutuparin ko ang mga tungkulin ng isang mamamayang makabayan, naglilingkod, nag-aaral at nagdarasal ng buong katapatan. Iaalay ko ang aking buhay, pangarap, pagsisikap sa bansang Pilipinas.
Panunumpa sa watawat ng Pilipinas. Ako ay Pilipino, buong katapatang nanunumpa sa watawat ng Pilipinas at sa republikang kanyang sinasagisag na may dangal, katarungan at kalayaan na pinakikilos ng sambayanang makadiyos, makatao, makakalikasan at makabansa.
Ang panunumpa ng lingkod bayan.
Ako ay isang lingkod bayan. Pangangalagaan ko ang tiwalang ipinagkaloob ng mamamayan. Maglilingkod ako ng may malasakit, katapatan at kahusayan na walang kinikilingan. Magiging mabuting halimbawa ako at magbibigay ng pag-asa at inspirasyon sa aking kapwa lingkod bayan. Lilinangin ko ang aking sariling kakayahan upang sa lahat ng panahon ay mapaglingkuran ko ng buong kahusayan ang sambayanan.
Hindi ako makikibahagi sa mga katiwalian sa pamahalaan. Pipigilan at isisiwalat ko ito sa pamamagitan ng tama at angkop na pamamaraan. Isasabuhay ko ang isang lingkod bayang makadiyos, makatao, makakalikasan at makabansa. Tutugon ako sa mga hamon ng makabagong panahon tungo sa adhikain ng matatag, maginhawa at panatag na buhay. Sa mga tungkulin at hangaring ito, kasihanawa ako ng may kapal.
The Department of Education is committed to provide learners with quality basic education that is accessible, inclusive, and liberating through proactive leadership, shared governance, evidence-based policies, standards and programs, responsive and relevant curricula, highly competent and committed officials, teaching and non-teaching personnel, and enabling environment. The department upholds the highest standards of conduct and performance to fulfill stakeholders' needs and expectations by adhering to constitutional mandates, statutory and regulatory requirements, and system client satisfaction through continuous improvement of the quality management system.
I did not have a rich father. Not from, well-educated. I said I tried 3 times for university. All failed. For the last time, I went to the teacher's college, which was considered the 3rd or 4th class of my city. But I think that is the best university I've ever had. Better than Harvard and Wharton. I applied for Harvard for 10 times. All failed. They don't even want to see me. Terrible. And I think that is a normal life. It was so difficult at that time. I was so frustrated because I taught in the university. My pay was $10 a month. It was not easy, but I believe that something is waiting for me there. And I have to work hard to prove myself. That was the tough experience. And I never thought I was smart. Nobody believed that I could be successful because everybody say, well, this guy think differently, think crazily, they think about something never work. Nobody agree with. As I said, I believe it because I saw the computer in 1994 when I went to the USA. I think this thing could be big. I never thought it would be that big like today. Honestly, people say you're smart, you have a big vision. I'm lucky to know a lot of famous people. Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, Jack Welch, Larry Page, Mark Zuckerberg. I would like to share with you the difference between those people and other people. They are always optimistic for the future. They never complain. They always try to solve the problems of the others. And I think, where is the opportunity? The opportunity always lies in the place where people complain. Some people sit there complain. You think, if I can solve that complaint, that's the opportunity. Because when everybody agrees, why this opportunity should be yours? Because a lot of people don't agree with it. And you think this is good. Think carefully and find a group of people working together. And making sure the people working with you together believe the dreams. Whether investors believe in this or not, whether your friends believe it or not, whether your parents believe it or not, that's not important. You believe it. Your team believe it. And work day and night on this. That's how the things happens. Everybody is the same. Because we are start from the same line. The best assets you have is that you are young. Don't complain. Let the other people complain. Those people complain, those people who fail. Think about how you can make things different. Use your own brain to think. Is that an opportunity inside? Is there anything I can do that make the difference? Think about this. And then when you think about this, start to do it. I saw a lot of people, young people, have fantastic ideas every evening. But in the morning, they go to the office same again. Make the move. Make the action. To everybody, to any person, tomorrow is new. You have to work very hard, right? Either work for the others or work for yourself. And I choose the way, work for myself. But working for myself, that means working for the society. If you really want to work for yourself, think about the others. Making sure you help others. Because only when the other people are successful, when the other people are happy, you will be successful, you will be happy.
Good morning.
Good morning to the strong pillars of DepEdas Marinas. This is your OIC SGOD Leti Lopez. Uh, of course, to our SDS, Sir Nong Canton Hos, our ASDS, Ma'am Bernadette Luna, our CID Chief, Dr. Gemma Cortez, my fellow learning leaders in the schools division of Das Marinas, our esteemed school heads, teachers, learners, and our parents, magandang umaga po. We all know that the school-based personnel are on their academic ease for 2 weeks, yet we would like to set the tone for the whole week and consider this significant announcement from the SGOD. With regard to the implementation of the school-based feeding, milk and nutritious food products will be delivered today, and the distribution of these food products to the beneficiaries from kinder to grade 2 will be tomorrow, Tuesday. The next school-based feeding schedule shall be determined upon receipt of notice from the regional office. Another announcement, due to the hypertransmissibility of COVID-19 Omicron variant, we need to be extra careful and must take preventive measures to protect ourselves and those around us. As a monitoring mechanism in the division office, all personnel who shall be reporting on site shall undergo antigen test at the SDO parking area before proceeding to their respective units. This shall serve as an entrance pass for every personnel to be allowed to report physically in the SDO. All unit heads shall provide the HNU the schedule of personnel for antigen testing. Gentle reminders, all list coordinators in our schools are reminded to facilitate the submission of pertinent documents for the evaluation of division service request. List coordinators are also required to facilitate the confirmation of pending requests for transfer in the learner's information system. For the rescheduled PPAs, both in the division and in schools, program proponents are requested to communicate the adjustment made to the HRD SEPs, Dr. Vani Barcarce and Rent Salimbao, to prevent overlapping of schedule. The implementation of the 2-week academic ease is a breather for all of our teachers, learners, and parents. Take this chance to have a good rest mentally and physically. At the same time, boost your immune system. Most of all, let us continue praying for one another. Stay safe, everyone. Again, good morning.
Good morning, everyone. To our dearest SDS, Sir Nong Canton Host, our beloved ASDS, Ma'am Bernadette Luna, to our ever dearest SGOD Chief, Ma'am Leti Lopez, to all the learning leaders watching right now, EPS, PSDS, our school heads, to all the personnel from SGOD, CID, and OSDS, a pleasant morning to all of you. For this morning, here's some of the announcement from the CID office. First of all, we would like to thank and commend the efforts of all EPS and PSDS for the technical assistance extended to all the schools last week. Some were done on-site and some were done virtually. Please continue your collaboration with school heads for more productive and partnership positive output. Secondly, we would like to congratulate Doc Sal de Bellas and Dr. Adoracion de los Santos for the successful conduct of COP activity, the Invigorating Community of Practice Level 2. Thank you also for the top management, Sir Nong Canton Hos and ASDS Bernadette Luna, to all EPSS and PSDS, as well as the school heads and COP focal person for the usual and unwavering support to make the implementation of the project meaningful and fruitful. For our announcement, Sir Filio wants to inform all concerned personnel that the conduct of ASEAN quiz slated on January 19 is postponed. Final schedule of the activity will be announced in the separate memorandum. For our PSDSS, please continue evaluating the annual implementation plan of the schools for possible improvement and successful implementation. That would be all, and have a great day ahead.
Hello everyone, good morning. DepEd Dasmariñas City. Of course, to all the listeners and who watch this FB Live, this virtual plug ceremony, to my greetings to Sir Nong, to Ma'am Gemma, to Ma'am Letty, and to everyone. Okay, yan. The following are the announcement in the admin services of the Office of the SDS, which includes the cashiering, personnel and records and supply units. For the cashiering, the December 2021 payslips are already available for pick up today from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. So all schools are advised to send their representative to get these payslips. And special thanks to SDS Nong for getting these payslips at the regional office. For the personnel records and supply units, there will be no face-to-face transaction in the said units because some of the personnel there are still in quarantine period. And all personnel are reminded who are in work from home scheme. They are reminded to update their individual work accomplishments and for 2021 because there will be another link for 2022 that will be posted or announced. So lahat po ng mga personnel natin na naka-work from home, make sure that you are updating your individual work with regard to the accomplishment of the daily time record of teachers. There will be no more logging in or logging out, but instead they will indicate
Good morning. Pasensya na, Ma'am Badet, ikakat ka na kasi napakahina ng internet mo yata. Blessed and safe morning, City Schools Division of Dasmariñas. This is the first time na nagsalita ang dalawang chief at ang ating ASDS. O, di ba masaya? Masaya na mahaba. Please don't get bored. This is experimental. Ganyan talaga ako pag namimiss ko kayong lahat, gusto ko kayong nagsasalita. But for me, it's good because we capture all the necessary announcement and concerns from the different units, from the OSDS to SGOD and CID, and I hope you appreciate that, especially our school principals and field personnel. Thank you very much, CID, for this flag raising ceremony. I'm on quarantine, but I'm good and I don't have any symptom and my RT-PCR is negative. But we are on quarantine, mga 2 araw na lang, 1 to 2 days na lang gagraduate na din kami sa quarantine because my son was infected last week. But both of us are good and we are both asymptomatic. Thank you, Lord. For some announcement, earlier this morning, I posted a message in the group chat of the school principals, of the school heads rather. Palagi akong nasasamid yan sa school principal kasi baka ma-misinterpret ng mga OIC at ng mga TIC at ng mga head teachers na hindi sila kasali in addressing principal. Kaya from now on, basta hindi lang ako makalimot, I will address all of you school heads. But in RA 9155, it is very clear that once you are a school head, whether a TIC or an OIC or principal, you are both addressed as principal. Okay, the academic was already discussed, announced rather by Dr. Letty. And uulitin ko lang, naka-break lahat ng teachers. Inaantay nila ito at hinihingi nila ito at ibigay natin sa kanila. Actually, hindi tayo ang nagbigay nito. We are just following the memorandum from the Office of the Undersecretary for Curriculum and Instruction. Alam nyo na yon kasi nasa memo naman. But I'd like to reiterate and to emphasize that though our teachers are on health break for 2 weeks, but the non-teaching, the principals, the school heads, the non-teaching personnel, and all the SDO-based personnel, we are all business as usual. Only that we are on appropriate alternative work arrangement, and those with symptoms and those with exposure are advised, strictly advised to be on quarantine, and those who are positive in antigen and RT-PCR are advised to have that isolation and home quarantine. Okay? Tuloy-tuloy po ang ating official duties and function via online and all other means. Kung may mga hard copy ng documents na needed bigyan ng action, pwede niyang ipadala sa inyo through Dropbox or whatever means, alam nyo na yan. In the semestral break, still the activity suggested in Departmental Order number 29, series of 2021 shall be followed except for some modification because we will not allow any limited face-to-face session or activity. And the HRD, the SGOD, HRD are advised to give further instruction regarding semestral break on January 31 to February 5. Please inform and disseminate to all your teachers to maximize and make use of the 2-week break for their self-care activities, for their health and fitness activities, or anything that they want to do that will make them better, that will make them happy, following restriction, of course, of the IATF. Again, monitor your personnel who are sick. Sana wala na o konti na lang. And those who are with symptoms and on quarantine. I said we are on business as usual, and ASDS Badet and the whole Prime HRM team are advised to work on the HRM preparations this January. Gamitin natin yung 2 weeks dahil naka-break ang schools, so meaning medyo reduce yung ating TA and monitoring sa schools. So please work on our Prime HRM. Our target is February, and by March, makapa-certify na tayo. Quarter 3 shall start on Feb 7. You're hereby reminded of the plan and preparation. Some other updates and announcements shall be given in the GCs and in the next Monday's flag raising ceremony. One important announcement, dear school heads. We already talked with CID Chief Ma'am Jem and SGOD Chief Ma'am Let and Sir Will and the SMME that in our timeline for our ELSG, quarter 1 is for the initial activities and launching of the ELSG. And I advise all of you to please read all the issuances regarding ALSG, specifically DepEd Memorandum Number 50, Series of 2020, that is DepEd Professional Development Priorities for Teachers and School Leaders for School Year 2020 to 2023. Again, I'm saying, we are so determined and we are so positive that by this 2022, magagawa natin ang ating ELSG, and before the year ends, depending on the situation, but the target is before the year ends, ay magkaroon na tayo ng mga schools na compliant. May compliance na ang mga schools sa ELSG. There are about 15 some other issuances from CO in relation to ALSG, and we will post that in the GC later. So, ganun po tayo. I'm almost done with my announcement. Gusto ko lang magdagdag doon sa ating inspirational video about Jack Ma. Alam nyo, yung mga sometimes yung mga rejection, yung mga refusal, yung mga discouragement, pag talagang pinakinggan natin siya, ay wala talaga tayong patutunguhan. I remember when I was in elementary, at parang elementary school, that is in Marikina. Nag-try out ho ako sa aming Little League Baseball team. Nag-try out ako at nandun ako sa open park. Nandun kami with the coach and with the committee on selection. At nandun yung ibang mga bata na nag-try out din. Alam nyo ho, ako yung may pinakamalakas na bat eh. Ako yung may pinaka-longest and strongest bat. Ang layo talaga ng hinabol ng bola. But I was not accepted in the team simply because siguro sa isip ko lang, actually hindi in-explain sa akin ba't hindi ako nakuha. Ako yung pinakamalakas mag-bat eh. But later on, I realized hindi siguro ako nakuha. It's because of my physical appearance. Payat ako nun eh. Tsaka ang hitsura ko noon, ang pananamit ko ay talagang mahirap. And ang sama ng titing sa akin ng coach nang tiningnan yung hitsura ko, tsaka yung klase ng sapatos ko. So hanggang ngayon, iniisip ko siya, ako yung may pinakamalakas na bat na potential na maging member ng baseball team, Little League, but hindi ako natanggap dahil sa aking itsura, dahil wala akong sapatos. Ang saklap, ano? It's not about baseball. It's not about yung physical appearance and my experience. It is about life. It is about being determined and being positive and optimistic. Sabi ni Jack Ma, believe and work hard and believe in yourself and be positive and be optimistic. We work for ourselves, but we work for others and we work for the society. And as we, people in DepEd, we work for the school children, because if we work hard and serve them better, our school children, we shall be having a better community and a better future and a well-developed community in the future. Just believe in yourself. Believe that there are people who believe in you and will support you. And most of all, believe that there is God. Ang laki ng eye bag ko, no? Tatanggalin ko yung laki ng eye bag. Sino bang bumibili ngayon ng eye bag? Ang laki kasi ng eye bag ko. Alam nyo, kahit gaano ko sinasabing I'm strong, kahit gaano ko sinasabi na I'm thinking all of you, there are times talaga na magigising ka ng mahating gabi, madaling araw, and you will think about quarter 3, you will think about modules, you will think about the personnel who are infected, and even you will think about yourself and your family, of course. This eye bag is a product of how I think and I take care of you, kung paano ko kayo iniisip at nag-iisip ako ng anong mga bagay-bagay to assist and help our learners and our teachers for your welfare and for the welfare of the whole SDO. Okay? Iniisip ko kayo kahit hindi nyo ako iniisip. Charot lang. Stay safe everyone. Enjoy and maximize the 2-week break. Mag-ingat po tayo palagi at magdasal. God bless us all.